Hope you are very fine and God has done marvelous unto you. This is an awesome moment, as I promised you that we will have a talk, and I'm gonna see that you have met here so that you're gonna have a talk. And today we are going to talk about the things or the challenges that youths are facing at this period of pandemic, and I know God will help us to do according to his will, because the thing we know is that we can't be able to do without God. And as you are going to check on it, or as you are going to listen to it, first subscribe to the channel, then like the video or the upload, comment, add your view, and also, if possible, share to your friend. Let's reach as many people as possible. God bless. And I want to introduce my friends or my guests so that we're gonna start today's talk, and I know God will help us to do it. And I will start with the lady, or as you know, ladies first. So I will start with my sister here. She will introduce herself. She will say her names, and I think she told us last time what she does, and I know God will bless us. Okay, welcome.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's me, Rimoya, again. Let's see what you have.
Yes, hello guys, my name is Peter Kuria, and I believe all that we are going to talk about is going to touch somebody's heart. It is going to encourage somebody, and also you can also follow me at Peter Kushchev in all platforms. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, just listen to it, and I know it will help you. Okay, we have said that our topic today is all the challenges that the youth are facing through this pandemic period. And I know there are as many. Okay, and I'm gonna start with the peer pressure, and I know they will also say, or what is it called? They will also contribute, and also speak about the others, about peer pressure. There is depression and many others. So as we are going to get in talk with, or we are going to talk about them, I know God will bless us. So if we're gonna start with the most probably the thing that it is affecting the youth, and I will just ask them what they think that it is affecting the youth mostly and this pandemic period. Okay, to you, my guest, how do you think it is really affecting the youth at this period of pandemic?
Peer pressure, depression, drugs, a lot of things.
Personally, I will talk about unemployment. Unemployment is one of the biggest challenges that the youths are facing. You'll find that majority of them, they are qualified, but they are not able to get the opportunities because those chances, they are very limited. First of all, you find that there are some of the youths who are employed before the pandemic, but after the pandemic came, majority of them, they lost their jobs. Now you find that most of those youths, they are engaging in some dubious activities, of which you find that majority of them, they are engaging into drugs because of lack of hope. You find that some of them, they are engaging in crime activities just because they don't have any other way to find, or maybe to put food on their tables. So most of the youths, if the government can be very keen and support them, because they are majority in this country, you find that if the youth, they are well supported, even the economy of of this country will be able to grow. Also, I would like also to talk about drug abuse. We had one of the leaders, John Mututo, who was really working very well in fighting against drug abuse. And also you find like somebody like Chipukizi. I believe this will reach you. And I would request that you continue supporting the youths because you are doing a very great work. And I believe if all the youths they are uplifted or their lives standard is uplifted, they be in a position of changing the lives of even the whole country. And I believe as we continue, we share more.
Wow.
Yes.
According to how I have heard from Peter, is that unemployment or loss of jobs, most probably it is okay, inachangia kwa hizi vitu zingine like drug abuse and other things like depression. Most probably kwa depression at the moment we say many people or a lot of people, not a lot, sorry, many people are in touch with depression, stress, burnout, and you find even some people are killing themselves. Each and every moment other people are killing others going through suicidal thoughts. And all this, if we're gonna look into it, the source of it is all about unemployment. And most probably there are those students or those people who are in schools and like colleges, others are in universities, and they are mostly affected.
Sure. Because you'll find that the moment that those students they are at school and they are not well supported by their parents, because you'll find that if even their support system is affected,
Yeah,
you'll find that even the youths will be affected.
sure.
So you'll find that even if they are at school, you'll find that they'll be trying to do some shoddy businesses. For example, selling of drugs. And this is the thing that mostly it is happening in most of the colleges. And you'll find that majority of the youth they are indulging in those activities because they don't have cash in their pockets. Yes.
And if you get late and the evening going home, you'll go home without anything.
Yes, those students they'll be the ones waiting for you. And all that you have collected during the day, they are going to scoop it. And if not, they are going to take care of you. And by saying they are going to take care of you, it's either they are going to take away your life.
Sure.
Yes.
Huh. So this seems it is something it is really affecting people. It is really affecting people. Okay. There is most probably because we have seen that unemployment and loss of jobs is all that inachangia hizi vitu. Mostly ndio inachangia percentage, big percentage is the one inachangia hizi vitu. Okay, like our parents affected na hii pandemic. And the same time you find that even paying the houses it is difficult. Even the time they are being told that the house will be locked, they are like, it's okay, go on. Because they have gone to an extent that they don't have any other thing to do apart from to accept whatever it will come or any income that they will get. So most probably what can we do as youth or as the Kenyans to help those people who are in distress? Because everything has a solution.
Sure.
What most probably we can do specifically to those parents who lost their jobs who are unemployed and they have the children need them, they need to pay the rent, they need to buy food, they need to care for their children, all those kind of things, and they don't have even any income. What most probably can we help those people? And I think this if it can reach the government, it is very good, so that they even gonna try to support those people who are down, or they are coming from a poor background and they need the support in this pandemic period.
Okay, first thing, we talk about those who come from a poor background. There are those wenye aya background zao zimejiweza, but vile wamekuwa like unless wafanyiwe kitu they can't do, but they do have that opportunity. There are those again, they have opportunities but they don't know how to use the opportunity well, you see. There are those other ones when they literally have nothing, they have no idea of what they want in life, what they want to do, what they need, unaona. So let's just talk about let me talk about those when you may come from a poor background. Like what ukiangalia sana in maybe in the world or in the country, I don't know, when you wanatoka from a poor background, au ni watu wenye they really humble, ni watu wa humble,
yeah,
na ni watu wenye if amepata akaget any chance ya kufanya something, especially something that come from within, ni mtu anaweza fanya hiyo kazi ukimlinganisha na mtu mwenye kwao wako na do. Okay, let's tuseme tuweke huyu mwenye ametoka from a poor background hapa, ni huyu sasa, mimi nimetoka kwenye tuko na do,
and the vice versa applies.
Unaona, tupewe pesa, tupewe 50k, kila mtu 50k, tuambiwe go invest on that money. Let me tell you, huyu mwenye ametoka from poor background
kubwa sana,
unaona, sitaza, lakini huyu nitaiangusha. Actually I'll do nothing because I know kwetu tuko na pesa, but kenye wanasahau ni pesa ni ya mzazi. Unaona, pesa ni ya wazazi. Mbona wewe usitoke ukatafute pesa yako? Again, tumekuwa into that thing ati lazima uambiwe kenye utafanya. Lazima useme government. Sometimes we even blame the government because tunataka government ikuje ingie kwa akili zetu, like ituambie vile tutafanya. Guys, even with 100 bob unaenda unanunua sweet na unauza. Hiyo sweet itakupea 200. Ni kweli?
Yeah.
Ulikuwa na hiyo ungekaa
You see, first of all, you say about the government. The government plays a very big role.
But let me tell you, we are not born for the government.
Listen.
You are born to stay. Acha nikwambie, you have your own life.
Listen first.
You have your own life. Let me tell you, you have your own life, because let me ask you one thing. Tukalinganisha Uhuru na Ruto na si politics tunaongea.
Yeah, sure.
No, wametoka from a
Let me chip in.
Let me finish. Let me finish. No, I was the one who was talking. Unaona?
Yeah.
Both of two ni leaders, ndio?
Sure.
But they come from different backgrounds. Ni kweli?
Yeah.
So kila mtu kuna ile role yenye ameplay. Ni kweli?
Yeah.
So the same applies to us. Unaweza kuwa president, unaweza kuwa deputy, lakini tumetoka wapi, tumeanza wapi? Kuna zile vitu deputy mimi mwenyewe naweza fanya zikuwe kwa kila mtu ni incredible, amazing, lakini kuna vitu kama huyo president anaweza fanya zikuwe zile alifikiria kufanya hiyo kitu, unaona?
Yeah.
See, the example you are trying to give us, you see, personally I'm not seeing it clearly, because when you try to give an example between the president and the deputy.
No, it was just an example. Stop bringing politics
No,
here.
I have to clear that one. I have to clear that one. Because you'll find that majority of the people, they are so egocentric and they'll be doing things just to please others. But on the other hand, in real sense, they are benefiting themselves more. And you'll also find that there are those...
How do you mean?
There are people who are egocentric. and they just give you something very small for you to please you. But the biggest packages, they're the ones taking it. So, away from politics, let me come to this, what you have just said about selling of sweets. I've just said everything you have to blame the government. Because one, we have these hawkers who are walking around selling those sweets, selling those yubukalanga, and you find that Kanjo is after them now and then.
So they have to
It
pay
is still the government that
the
is still
ground.
pushing these people away. So you'll find that we have even Mama Mboga who is out there. They're just struggling. But the huge tax burden that is on those people, you'll find that they are not able to sustain themselves just because of the government. So my humble request is the government should, one, reduce the burden to common mwananchi.
Not even to reduce. Ni nini wanaitisha? Actually, what is
it? Is tax.
What is tax?
Because of the huge burden of the loans that the government is taking.
Kama let me ask one.
Yes, we are the ones who
let me ask. Okay, if kama kuna mtu wa government una watch kitu, let me ask you one question. Okay,
no, ask. I respond.
Mnasema okay, we talk about tax every day. Ni ukweli. Like kama saizi mwanafunzi yako college hapo tu. Mwanafunzi yako college saizi anaka maybe nje. Unajua sometimes hostel huko expensive. Unaona? So mzazi anaona huyu mtoto akae nje. But sasa saizi kukaa nje pia maisha ni expensive kuliko ukiwa juu kama gas ni 1200. Then you are
and it was
from 9 to 8.
So
it's actually
who are you to blame?
The government, because now
yes, that's what I'm not talking about. It is the government you have to blame for all
no, naona okay, kwani kuna kitu moja nafaa kuuliza. Government wakifanya vitu zingine, do they really think about this youth? Au youth wenye wamebeba hizo voters zote?
You see,
do they really think?
You see, the government really plans about it. But the problem is
they don't.
The management. There is poor management of those funds. You find that 3/4 of that money, or maybe a half of that money, it goes to people's pockets. We have a lot of corruption in this country, but the government is not striking those culprits. That's that's the biggest problem that we are facing.
Anyway,
so it is upon the government to lower these taxes.
Okay, there is the like there is this parent or a parent that hana kazi or obvious already hana kazi na anahitaji kukula, anahitaji kulipa nyumba, anahitaji mtoto wake akule na asome. Most probably ni nini tutamsaidia kama yes said government is like inaenda hivyo inakuwa gumu. As Kenyans leave the government, as Kenyans, what can most probably gonna help these people?
No, what not do we pray we as Kenyans?
Yeah, to help these people.
One thing that you have to do when it comes to elections, you have to choose leaders and not politicians.
How will you know?
Yes.
How will you know that is
for example, just look at the political temperature at this moment. You find that there are those people who are just pouring all sorts of resources right now. The moment they get into government, what they'll do, first of all, they are going to pay themselves what they are going to pay themselves what they should do, common mwananchi. But you find that we have these elders who are seeking for those positions. They don't need anything more for them. So one thing which I believe it can lead the world, it is the youths. We are the majority in this country. It's upon us to use our cards, our voting cards, to bring change. And that change will be brought by you and me.
Which is this change? Guys,
bring new leadership. Don't
every time
politicians
kuambiwa to bring new leadership.
Yes.
Mimi ID yangu guys ni ya M-Pesa transaction na mnitumie pesa mtajua ni ya transaction. Otherwise telling me niamke niende nikavote instead ya mimi niamke nikachange the poor background I come from. Mimi niamke nikachague those leaders wenye wanasema ni leaders and they are I don't want to call them this. So,
No, listen.
Aki Mungu anasemanga
No.
mtu.
Okay, the moment you say that you're not going to choose those leaders, one,
I won't because for all those years they have not been helping anyone.
No, listen,
Especially we as youth,
listen.
we are suffering.
listen. If you're not going to choose
No,
the leader that you want,
one of the things you are employed by the government.
no, listen. If you're not going to choose that leader whom you wish or maybe you feel this is the right candidate, and we end up choosing the wrong person, you'll also suffer.
But-
So the best thing, go cast your vote to the right leader.
Okay, there is
Yes.
a question I have.
Then we are talking about the solution to all this.
Yeah.
So one,
Mm.
you have to ensure that all the youths, and especially those who are completing their studies in high school, you'll find that majority of them, they are not going to colleges. And I would like to thank the government, the current government, because they have come up with polytechnics, where the youths who have completed their studies in Form 4, they are being taken there for the study. And you'll find that even when they come out from those areas, they'll be able to keep their own businesses, they'll be able to run their own businesses. And the issue of unemployment will be well catered.
But
Yes.
yeah, they will be catered for. What about at this period?
Let me
about-
start.
of
Nimetoka
pandemic?
college juzi. Let me talk. Because mimi ndo nimetoka shule
Yeah.
juzi. Kuna hii kitu moja. Yes, wamekuja na polytechnic and all stuff. Lakini saa hizi manzi, those polytechnics ain't helping azisaidii. Apart from kuwa na masomo, haina haja manzi. Ile time yenye naenda ku apply for bursary, kuna mlango ya nyuma. Just because I come from a poor background, ati lazima nikuwe na connection
This is all
manzi.
that we are talking about leadership.
Now
Choose
guys,
the right leader.
youth, it's our time to stand up, to rise up.
You have the
Until-
right to impeach
No,
that
unless-
person.
Impeach who?
Even those leaders, you can impeach them.
Can I impeach
You
the
have the
president?
power.
Can I impeach the president
Yes,
right
you
now?
can bring that initiative.
Guy, Uhuru Tawaiite ile.
He's going nowhere. Uhuru is not the problem. You find that this pandemic, it came up with a lot of challenges. And now because now people, they are going through hell, you find that they are just trying to blame the Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is not the one who brought all this.
But
And
the government yake.
whether it is Uhuru Kenyatta who is there, whether it is somebody else, we will go through this. So it is not Uhuru Kenyatta who is bringing all this. And that's why you find that majority of the people, they are hating him because of this nonsense of saying that he is the reason as to why we are going through this.
Let's not go atuko kwa politics Peter tuache.
Okay.
Because I know now you atuko kwa politics. Me as a youth, I'm talking out of experience guys. Let me tell you. Like kama vile corona ilikama ilibidi turudi home na tutasoma. Now hiyo time unapata maybe ulikuwa na plans zako, maybe in 3 months time nitakuwa nimemaliza shule and maybe unaona nitakuwa na vitu nitakuwa nafanya, lakini ilibidi uende home. Umeenda home, kuna siblings na pia wazazi wako hawako well off, uingie kwa shamba na plus okay, imagine nipatane na mtu na huko nje. I'm talking through experience juu kuna watu najua, nimekuwa na watu kama hao, nimewapata, tumekuwa nao pamoja, so I know una struggle ile kabisa, unaona mpaka mzazi wako amefika to an extent yenyewe. Now let the will of God be done. But now this will is, mimi nimeenda na huko kwa barabara Sam, nimepatana na mtu ameniambia atanipea 2k, right? Nataka uelewe my point Peter. Ameniambia atanipea 2k na nikakumbuka kwetu hakuna sukari, hakuna chumvi, nikakumbuka the struggles. Unaona? Nitachukua hiyo 2k?
Haraka.
Nitachukua. If it was you, utachukua hiyo 2k?
You see,
Not to see yes or no Peter.
First of all, you have some struggles back at
you have some struggles but it is all no acha kusema hapa kuanza
Yes, you end up taking it.
you end up taking it, but kuna what
But
kuna
you
disadvantages and advantages.
You do have a
Choices
chance.
have consequences. Let me
Yes.
tell you,
You do have a
madem
chance.
wengi
You do have a chance right now to make your life better.
to
One-
make my life better.
Yes.
In which world?
Yes.
This cruel world.
You see, if for example other people they are failing, it doesn't mean that you have also to fail. We do have different opportunities. For example, you yourself you have been educated, you pursued a course. All that you need right now it is that those attachments, you'll be able to get more skills and knowledge.
Attachment pia
And
ni
after
connection
that-
wasi wangu.
Even if
Oh,
Lakini-
yes, in
Acha-
Kenya, that's
No, we do have-
obvious.
Lakini
No.
nataka tuone.
You do have poor
Jeda,
goodwill.
okay.
Hmm?
Sorry guys. Nataka tuone.
You do have
Tuone
poor
from the side of both background, from both grounds, right?
Yeah, sure.
Kuna mtu mwenye picha saizi nitaenda niambiwe ni connection, mimi Mary nitoe Robi. Unaona? Manze kuna mtu atakuja ambaye ni connection na huyo mtu maybe he or she is better than me, maybe she is more, unaona? More educated than me. Lakini manze mpaka finje hana, unaona?
Yeah.
So unapata unaenda kukua employed just because you had something to give out.
And this is all I'm calling corruption.
Corruption.
Corruption. And this is something that the government must
Hii ni kitu
be able to
wase corruption
bring it to
haitawaisha.
the ground.
There is something.
No, it has
there
to.
is something.
Haitawai.
Corruption will start with you and end with you.
Yeah.
Me I'm not corrupting.
Because if you are ready to support that and say that it should never end, it means maybe you are
Manze, I need a
outreach.
job. I need a job, and this is what I'm looking for. You see,
Mhm.
nataka job. This is all what I want. This is all what I need.
But
This is all what kila mtu kwetu anategemea. Na niende niambiwe lazima nitoe 2k.
You see,
itabidi tu
No,
umetafuta
Itabidi manze, kwa sababu
unahitajika.
even hata kama sitaki manze, itabidi ni struggle nipate hiyo 2k.
Yeah.
let me tell you something. The moment you put yourself in that cocoon, or maybe you find yourself that for you to be employed, you have to give something to the boss. That means that the moment that you need to
Kwanza
be
sisi
promoted,
wasichana
listen
tunapitia
first.
hapa.
You'll find that the moment you find yourself that you want to be promoted, you also need to give something. You find that even your boss will be taking advantage of you, because now he'll be like, if you're not going to do this, I'm going to fire you. The biggest thing that we as youth that we can do, or even the government, it is to bring all those people who are having corruption cases accountable.
There is something like that.
Lakini
Aha.
kenye nimefanya my own research na nimeona actually saizi watu wenye wametolewa tiju ya corruption, they have no corruption. Wenye wameachwa
The biggest challenge is that
Yogi.
when we start fighting corruption, everything it is being politicized. Everything is being politicized.
Okay, can we try now to get into our topic now? Okay, this is coming too hot. Oh, now you have talked about politics and other things about. Okay, there is this boy child, girl child, a mom, a father. They are back. He or she has no hope to move on with his or her life, because like he or she lost his job. Kila mtu anahitaji kukula, hakuna mtu anaweza ishi bila kukula. Hata nikifast siwezi fast more than 1 week bila kukula. Lazima hata kama ni hiyo 1 week nikuwe na kunywa at least maji niweze kusurvive. So you can't make to live like that. You find that even that food, water, every place unakosa. Na si ati hapa si mambo na government, is all that kwa sababu ya this pandemic. Sir, there are those people who are able, wenye wao wenyewe wanajiweza. What most probably tunaweza waongeresha wao, ama sisi wengine, what we gonna do to help those people who they are not capable of raising some money to buy food, to buy some drink like water and other things, basically basic needs.
Okay, It's very simple. Guys out there, you got money, you got everything, you got wealth. And some others people are suffering outside there, and the only thing you're doing is judging them. Okay, in this world, tuko in a world where you guys are judging na hamjui kenye inafanya huyo mtu akue hapo. You don't know the reason as to why a mother is staying outside pale anaomba usaidizi, yet he or she is not disabled. Haujui mbona kijana amesimama kwa barabara amepimia hii simu ya msichana ama simu ya baba ama ya madhe aichukue. So you judging them, it's a thief, ni thief huyo. Unajudge mwingine ni malaya, unajudge mwingine sijui, just because you have money and that because they don't have anything. Guys, reach out to these people, manze wasaidieni. Life is hard for those who don't have. Life is hard for those who are suffering. Life is hard for those who are struggling. You are once there. A lot of people, when you say you have money, you are once in a life. Uko na story nyuma. Si ndio? Uko na story nyuma, umepitia. I don't want to, sitaki kusema sitaki kusema ni kila mtu wako hapo nje anapitia, hatujui. Tuache tu kukua judgment for once, acha tuache kujudge watu. Take time kujua mtu. Actually si ku take time. The moment umeenda ukapatia huyo madhe 100 bob, hata usishinde ukifikiria amefanya nayo nini. Wewe you counted, umesaidia, si ndio?
Sure.
The moment umechukua umeenda ukanunua uga, ukanunua sukari, ukapelekea mama mwenye watoi wake wanalala njaa, iko counted, umesaidia. Unaona hapo ndo baraka zinakuja. Lakini the moment, let me ask you guys, kuna watu saizi wako na do lakini hawana amani. Mbona? Because mumeishi kujudge watu, mumeishi kukaa na pesa zenu wamsaidii. Hata kuna kitu moja nilinotice. Mimi na sijui nitaisema aje. Kuna mama mwenye ako nje ananyeshewa pita. Sure. Like actually let us talk. Last week, not even last week, Kiambu hapa kwa governor, tukienda job tulipata mtu amekufa. Na hajakufa juu ana place ya kulala, manzi analala hapo nje, hawana place ya kukula. Na wewe mwenye umebebana na mafood hivi unaenda mpaka ukiangusha macrips chini juu ya vile uko na do, uliona huyo mtu hapo na hukumsaidia. Lakini time yenye amekufa hapo uko pale, kai ama ni njaa ama ni, you see, umejua ni njaa lakini uliona huyo mtu na hukumsaidia. Guys, hakuna mahali mtaenda, you will not be blessed if kama hautashika mtu kama huyo umsaidie. Nilikuwa na watch a video, I don't know who is that lady. Alichukua mchokora tu, alimchukua tu akamsaidia nini. Sasa hizi huyo chokora ni CEO. Within 5 years ni CEO. Na huyo dem ilikuwa tu ile yenye ameenda amepatana na mtu. Huyo chokora akipita kwa barabara, chokora anamsaidia apite. Unaona? Like alikuwa ngani kama soldier, anaitwa Shiko. Angefika kwa tao hivi wamekuja wote. Yeye anaingia Java, anachukua coffee, anachukua snacks, anakuja wanakaa na hao hapo chini. Unaona, uwezi differentiate who is who. Apart from kuona Shiko ni msafi, kwa hii stories zingine kuongea na all the stuff they are doing, who get differentiate. Lakini kama angekuwa mtu judgmental, angekuwa anaongeleshwa na huyo mtu. Unaona? Wewe ni chokora, wewe ni nini. Unaona?
You see,
lakini manze, tusaidieni watu. Tuache acha kujaja ati maybe alipotea kwao. Achane na hiyo story manze, tusaidiane. Hii life ni kusaidiana. Na hakuna mahali utaenda na hizo pesa kama hutaisaidiana. Hakuna. Saizi mama hapo huko tao, uko na do, madhe anakupigia simu unasema madhe tulia kwanza. Tulia kwanza. Juu uko na maarifu mna enjoy. Mama yako huko ana sukari, huko hapa hivi una mbogi mzima kwa tebo umejaza mapombe hapo hivyo. Lakini time amekupigia na anakupigia arakuhorera likore na dogo manze, uwezi hata mbaia kazi. Uko nje na do. Nilisikia kengenya akisema ana mother, something to do with your mother, anakukall akiwa kwa to yenye iko na mshumaji. Horera nitakupigia baadaye. Wewe ukienda kwenu unaingia kwa hiyo choo iko na mshumaji, unapigia mbogi ukiwa kwa hiyo choo. 15 minutes tupatane Tao, tupatane Kiamburu, tupatane with Kir. Let me tell you guys, you're not going to be blessed if you not. Tafuteni baraka wasi. Tafuteni baraka. Mimi sitaki kukasirika. Sitaki wanze, lakini tutafute baraka. Ongea.
Before just a Kikuyu proverb.
Because I know you well.
There is a Kikuyu proverb says that mutaidia mudhenia niga ya gwata as in the person mwenye huwa anasaidia a poor person, si ati anasaidia that poor person, but huwa anasaidia Mungu. So this is like umekopesha Mungu pesa, so usione like umepea poor person unamsaidia, ni Mungu na
maji ukikopesha bazudo unafikiria atakurudishia ngapi?
Double portions. Hey, Peter, tusikie kutoka kwako.
Hakuna kupinga, you talking your part.
I have to interject a little bit.
Kidogo tuko hapa, we try to give out messages na wewe uko hapa ku reject.
No, I'm not rejecting. I'm saying I'm interjecting.